I'm Lindsay, and I spent a year converting my 2013 Chevy Express into a camper van. And even though it's not totally done yet, it's time for my first official trip. This is the Montana Loop, a route I created that will take me to 6 different national parks over the course of 1 month on the road. Come with me as I fulfill my goal of seeing every park here in the United States, and all the adventures that come with it. So last night I left Indiana, drove for about 2.5 hours maybe, just to get through Chicago and all the city traffic, but spent the night at the truck stop and continued on this morning. So now it's not the most glamorous location, but I'm at this gas station with a lot of construction going on in Wisconsin. And I feel like my tires are kind of low, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill those up before I keep heading to South Dakota. I will say I personally never trust my car's TPS sensors, the tire pressure systems, because half the time they're wrong. It was telling me that some of my tires are super low, and the warning has been flashing that it's broken. They didn't have those a couple years ago, so you just do it the regular way. And honestly, I feel like it's more reliable. Literally, the TPS sensor is broken in my Honda Civic as well. So they're definitely a piece of mechanical equipment that I have beef with. That and sewing machines. So anyways, I feel good about my tires, so I'm gonna keep driving. I just stopped to get gas, and I was driving on the highway and heard this thumping noise. And I was like, shit, oh my god, what is that? And then I look out my side mirror and I left my gas cap open and everything, and it's just flapping against the side of the van. So pulled over and I'm gonna fix that now. Okay, that should do it. I kept driving, enjoying the views all the way to Sioux Falls, but I'll be honest, it was getting hard to appreciate the scenery with my windshield absolutely peppered with dead bugs. So I figured a car wash was in order. I know it'll probably just get dirty again tomorrow, but I can no longer take this gross ass layer of bugs covering the entire front end of the van. So I'm gonna wash this van, and at least it gives me a chance to clean the solar panels too. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Now that I'm done here at the car wash in Sioux Falls, I'm gonna continue to make my way to the western part of the state. So basically I have my spot chosen to stop at for tonight, but it's probably gonna be dark by the time I get there, so I'll see you in the morning. This soapy water in here is actually from like a biodegradable camping type of soap. Basically, regular like Dawn dish soap would be contaminating the groundwater and all that sort of thing with like chemicals. So in an environment like this, I opted to use the, the proper stuff. Even though it is biodegradable, you still have to dump it about 100 meters away from a natural water source, like the river behind me, for example. So, done with the dishes though, and the soap definitely gets the job done. I'll be honest, that wasn't exactly like swimming water. The bottom of the river was all like silty and sinky, but at least I was able to fill up my little shower thing, and hopefully I can hose off here before I keep driving to Badlands today. Well, I am relatively clean, so I think it's time for me to finally get out of here. This was like, it's gonna be kind of hard to leave. This was a nice spot, But the one thing that will make it a little easier to leave is all the fucking flies everywhere, because there are like 20 plus unwanted occupants in this van right now. One literally just landed on the camera lens. This is so cool. I can't wait to like get in and check out more of the park tomorrow, but for now I'm gonna find a place to park, and I'll see you tomorrow. If I'm being honest, I really did not have a good night's sleep. I don't know, I got up like 3 different times. But I'm up pretty early this morning for that reason. So I figured maybe I'll try to do a lengthier trail run before it gets too insanely hot outside. So I won't do much talking, but the texture of these are not what I was expecting at all. This is so cool. Hi. It's a little family. Oh my god, they're just looking at me now. They're blocking my way. Oh, they're stopping to eat. Oh my god, they're stopping for dinner. So my trail run yesterday just kind of took me out for the rest of the day. So I just, hung out and ended up parking for the night just outside the visitor center here. And honestly, I've been doing like absolutely nothing today too. It's Sunday, so it's actually quite busy here at the park. So I think I'm gonna finally get my ass moving, take a shower, get something to eat, and maybe head up to a slightly more interesting camping spot for tonight. Had no way of filming this earlier, but I locked myself out of the van while I was in the visitor center parking lot, thank God. But I left my phone in the van itself, so I couldn't call anyone, but I just walked right into the visitor center and said, hi, I fucked up, and in like 5 minutes some guy was there and opened the door. So yeah, thank God. But I'm headed to Sheep Table Mountain, and hoping that it'll be a nicer location to camp than some of the previous nights, only because I read that it was very windy up there, and that will definitely help keep the flies away. But it's also supposed to thunderstorm intermittently, so I suppose that would also keep them away. I genuinely have no idea, but hopefully it's worth it, because it's like a 40-minute drive to the opposite end of the park, and I'll probably just be coming back to this end of the park tomorrow morning, but yeah, let's see what it's all about. Hey, hi puppy! Are you okay? Do you need your owner? I was just driving like full speed, and this dog came out of nowhere. I'm gonna pull over. Oh, lightning. What's going on? Hi. Are you okay? Canada oh, okay. You're from around here, aren't you? Okay, well, it was nice to meet you. I gotta get to my camp now, but you're very cute. Love you. No, you can't come in here. I'm sorry, babes. Ow. Are you okay? Are you lost? Are you lost? Hey, you can't do that. Hi, baby. Okay, very glad I called the number on Deuce's tag. Because it was starting to rain a little harder and thundering. She was on the opposite side of the highway, so I called the number. I was like, hey, just let you know, I found your dog out here. I know the tag says she's from around here, but, I don't see anything in the distance. She seems real out of sorts. And she was on the side of the road, and I figured it was kind of dangerous. I just, better safe than sorry. I wanted to call you. So, and he was like, yeah, no, I appreciate it. Do you know where you're at? Could you tell me whereabout you think you are? Basically, he helped me find his house. He's not home right now, so I now have a bit of a side quest to go drop off my passenger in the front yard and tell her to stay. So, yeah, let's go drive this baby home. You ready, girl? Let's go. Okay, buddy, we're here. Don't forget to rate me 5 stars. Love you. All right, come on, let's go. Come on, girl. Get out of here. Let's go. Oh, it's your friend. All right, stay. Stay in the yard, don't go anywhere, all right? Bye, love you. Well, I dropped off my little friend, made it up to Sheep Mountain. Honestly, I kind of feel really anxious right now. Like, I don't know. I feel really isolated, but in a bad way. I don't know. I kind of miss home, and I feel really alone up here and kind of nervous, and I don't know. I think I'm also slightly anxious about getting the van stuck. But honestly, driving up here, I wasn't sinking or anything. I was just sliding a bit. So I don't know. My tires seem pretty solid, but I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna hang out for the rest of the night. I did literally nothing today, but I am still so fucking exhausted. So I think I'm just gonna sit here and listen to the rain and do nothing. I'm too anxious for this. I think I'm gonna leave. Fuck. Now I'm really stuck. I don't know. I mean, like, I won't die if I stay here, but oh god, okay, alright. Okay, alright, we're turning around. Oh shit, oh god. The other thing I'm really afraid of, I guess, is also going down the mountain. Even if I get the traction to get out of here. Oh my god, okay. I'm sweating, but I got unstuck to an extent. I got out of that spot. Now I'm gonna have to make my way back down the mountain. Luckily it stopped like downpouring. I'm gonna see if I can make it back to the road before things kind of open up again. I made it back to the visitor center. Yeah, the rain, thunder, and lightning is a lot more cozy when you're not parked on the side of a mountain where you're potentially gonna get your tires stuck. So, I'm gonna try to get to sleep now. Good night. Well, I just finished, I guess, sort of what I would call a warm-up hike. It was like less than a mile, but emphasis on the warm-up because I am very sweaty. even though it is significantly less hot today than it has been all the previous days I've been here. But basically I'm just kind of trying to time some of my hikes around like sunset and when it's a little less hot and when things look a little bit more interesting, because once the light starts changing, you know, everything looks a little bit prettier and the colors start changing, which is really cool. So yeah, I've just been hanging out today, but I'm gonna kind of keep hopping from random trail to trail, very short, and just taking some pictures, hanging out, and seeing what I can before I leave tomorrow. This is incredibly cool. That ladder climb was like so interesting. I don't think I've ever had to do anything like that before when hiking, but it was really cool. But Notch Trail's pretty short, so I'll see what's at the end here, I guess. It's so funny, I was like on that other trail earlier in the day and I saw people up on these like ridges and I was like, God damn, how the hell are they getting up there? That's me now. Now I'm up there. That was the Notch Trail. So now I'm looking out at the trail that I was on earlier today. And it's a pretty nice view, but honestly, it was even cooler just getting here. I suppose I should probably head back and try to check out the incredibly short little window and door trails before the sun goes down, and then probably just have some dinner and go to bed. Well, I didn't actually end up doing the door trail. I just really wasn't feeling it. But maybe I'll do it tomorrow morning if I feel like it. But what I really feel like right now is taking a shower and eating some mac and cheese. So I'll see you tomorrow. So today is technically my last day in Badlands. I'm actually literally leaving right now, but the way that the park is spread out, I'm technically headed back towards Sheep Mountain. So I figure maybe I'll give that another go in some weather that isn't so insane and see if I can take a look at that on the way out. Okay, let's try this again. After a night of feeling isolated and anxious in this exact same spot, I'm glad I've returned here to Sheep Mountain in better conditions. Instead of the crushing loneliness and fear I once felt, those feelings instead turned into a quiet solitude.